Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to A Smooth Move by YourDependablePartner.com. We have really great guests with us today, Dana Ray and Akiko Taylor with Worthington Bay, correct?
Wellington Bay.
Wellington Bay, what am I saying? Wellington Bay.
Okay.
And really the reason I was so anxious to bring you both on today was because Dana was really wonderful enough to take me through your community. And all I can say is, wow, wow, what a community. I was ready to move in. I know I got gray hair and so forth, but apparently I'm not even ready for independent living yet. But clearly, your community is on my radar. And what an amazing, amazing community. It's so rare that you walk through a community and everybody's smiling. The residents are smiling. The staff is smiling. Even I was smiling. I was so happy. So tell us a little bit more about Wellington Bay. And then Akiko, I want to talk to you specifically about you're the move-in manager and we're a senior move management company, and how our listeners and viewers are able to make that move a smooth one, which is what we really pride ourselves on. But
Okay.
right now, Dana, tell us a little bit about the community, because I got to tell you, everybody should see it.
Oh, thank you. I feel the same way, Brian. So we are a luxury rental community. We've been out in the Wellington area. We're going on a little over 3 years.
It's going to be
right?
3 years.
3 years. We're actually celebrating this year. It's modern. It's just beautiful. It's resort type living. If you were to ask probably any of our residents, they would probably share that it's like a cruise that doesn't leave, with all the amenities. 24-hour concierge, 24-hour security. We have 3 restaurants, fine dining, a full bar. We have an indoor swimming pool. We have a resort type pool outside. We have art room, full amenities, activities going on. We have a wellness director that holds about 20 to 30 different classes, different type, and she assesses people that move in and really kind of, I guess, sculpts like classes that would be benefit to our residents. And personal training as well. We also have many, I think about 12 or 13 resident-led clubs, and we have very active residents here. So
it really is. I mean, you took me on a tour, and again, I don't want to keep saying it, but I was just like, wow, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, when you walk into a community, you kind of get the vibe, right? And the vibe I got coming to your community reminded me of Flagler Village in Fort Lauderdale, where my daughter moved to a luxury apartment with just magnificent views, a great feeling, lots of stuff around. And that's a little bit unique, honestly, in the various communities we visit. Many are clean, nice, beautiful, the staff is nice, but Wellington Bay is a different level. I mean, I have to say it's just a different level. And,
thank you.
and just totally, totally magnificent. From the second I walked in, I would have not known that I was in a assisted living or independent living or even memory care community. Just wow.
Just feels like a hotel, right? Just like
it feels like a luxury resort. I mean, you said it perfectly, Dana. That's what it feels like, and that's what the vibe is, and that's how you can see everybody smiling, like just really magnificent. So, what we do as senior move managers at Your Dependable Partner is make sure that move from either another community or your home is going to be a smooth and good one. And the fact that you, Akiko, exist as a move-in manager from the community itself is, I think, unique, because we don't usually have that. We're usually dealing with the salesperson who is razzled, dazzled, and frazzled because they've got 12 million things going on. And And there's no one dedicated to just making that move into the community a smooth one. It's why we exist. But I'm so curious to hear it from your perspective, from the community's perspective that has a set move in. Talk about luxury and concierge.
Yes.
This is the most important part, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my role in the community, as I am the move-in coordinator, that's my title. I make sure that the apartment is ready on our side and ready to accept the resident that's coming in. So I have to make sure that the apartment is painted and cleaned, and I have the mailbox keys, and I just try to make the move as seamless as, just as smooth as possible, because it is a big deal for these residents. A lot of the residents are coming from homes that they lived in for 40, 50 years. They're downsizing from a 3,000 square foot house to now, maybe a 1,200 square foot apartment. And there's just a lot of moving parts, no pun intended.
There's a tremendous amount of moving parts. And,
yes.
What I've come to understand is, Joelle and I both got into this industry because we did this with our parents.
Yes.
And there were no move managers. We
Right.
just kind of figured it out as we went along. And we both decided, because we both have a real estate background, we're both realtors, so we literally can handle it from soup to nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can help you move, we can help you declutter, we can help you donate, we can help you auction. And if you want us to, we can either buy your home or sell your home for you.
Nice.
Some folks need to sell their home and it's not quite up to retail market standards, if you will.
Correct.
And they don't have the funds, or they don't have the time, honestly, or the ability. And the kids maybe don't want to come from up north or out west to live here for 3 months to fix it. So we can even buy it sometimes. But, our goal is to make sure that we have them in their bed that night.
Yes.
In their bed that night, with pictures hung and as comforting as it can be, because I think you probably agree, this move for most folks, it's not just physical.
No.
It's physical, emotional, it's social, it's on so many different levels. And I'm blessed because Joelle has a master's in social work and a background in social work. And so we just had a client this weekend, this past week, who we moved in on Friday. And the daughter came. The daughter had just lost a spouse and really didn't even have time to grieve because she had to take care of her parents making this move. And it's hard, it's really hard. What tips do you usually have for someone coming into your community?
So my biggest tip, which I always, whether they're using a move manager or they're using their family, is make sure the bed is made so they sleep in their bed with the sheets and the blankets and the pillows that first night. So I told this to one of my girlfriends who was moving from her house to another house. And she said, I took your advice. She said, because the last thing you feel like doing is making your bed. And it's 11 o'clock at night. It's a long day. And she said, I took your advice. She says, I put all my sheets in a bag and I made my bed. That was the first thing I did. She said, because there's nothing more relaxing and more comforting than just knowing that you're sleeping in your bed. You're not sleeping on an air mattress. It's a long day and you don't want to have to look for your sheets. You don't want to have to look for a blanket. I said, this is what I always recommend. I'm like, make sure the bed is done.
Yeah, it's 100%.
You don't have to put away your clothes. Just make sure the bed is made, because that is the most comforting place to be on the very first night of your new house.
We just moved someone recently that has Sleep Number bed, and it took us literally 2 hours to get it back, to put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Yes, yes.
And it could have been solved actually in about 3 seconds. What we finally figured out is it wasn't inflating because there was no battery.
Oh, well.
But it took us 2 hours to figure that out. So, but we weren't leaving. It was 11:45 at night when we left. We were not leaving till that late. Our client was in her bed, fully blown up, and all the sleep numbers working, right? Yeah. That particular evening. So what else? What else do you find in experiences would be a good tip for someone who's making this move and really needs to consider everything?
Downsize, definitely, work with a move manager that can help you downsize, because a lot of folks are holding on to items that they feel are valuable to them, but honestly, the kids don't want. It's a tough decision of whether or not you want to get rid of your Hummels and your Yadros and all your little collectibles that you've had over the last 50 years. And then you ask around and the kids don't want them. They don't want your fine china. They don't want the hutch. They don't want
That's
any of those items.
100% true.
I
Yep.
tell the residents, it's a lot of emotional baggage that they're hanging on to. And a lot of times with the kids involved, their kids they're arguing with their kids because they're so close to them. But, when they use a move manager and the move manager's like, do you really need this? They kind of take a step back and they realize, no, I really don't need my china set that feeds, 18 people, and I can donate it and I can get rid of it. And, they can help them declutter, because they're holding on to 40, 50 years worth of items in a house. And, we always tell people, it's a new place, start off new, maybe get new furniture. Maybe you had the same furniture for the last 30 years. Maybe it's, dark. It's from another time and an era. Sometimes folks from up north have like a little bit heavier of wood and fabric furniture. And, it's a fresh start. It's not
so
the
funny,
end of your
Akiko.
life. It's like the beginning. So,
You know what's
it's a new
funny?
beginning.
I'm sitting here on a table. So we have a china cabinet, a hutch, 4 chairs, and it's all dark, by the way. It's called Duncan something or other. It was $20,000 when we bought it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. My wife, we bought a new house, and my wife wants to obviously decorate and do her thing. So she's getting rid of all this. We'll sell it on Facebook. No, I don't think we will.
No.
No, we'll call the auctioneer guy that we deal with. We have auction. By the way, it's important. We have an auctioneer that actually takes the items that are dark and so forth to Tennessee, because in Tennessee they love it, and in Palm Beach County not so much.
Yeah, they don't want it. No.
Right? So I've called around now to 3 charities and 2 auctioneers, and nobody wants it. I said, it's a shame it's so hot here, because I would just chop it up and use it as firewood. The heck with it. But you're so right in what you say. And one of the benefits of having a move manager, aside from the coordination, and obviously we want people to use us as a move manager, but this doesn't really, any move manager.
Yes.
Part of the reason is you don't want to have a conflict with your children.
Correct.
Let us be the bad guy. And here's
Correct.
what we do. We fill up a cup.
Yeah.
And that's your new place. And there's only so much water that's coming in here, right?
Yep.
After that, it overflows, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so that's why we deal with charities, with auctioneers, with, you're right. We had china, we had silver, we had all these things when we moved from up north down here, and it even had a chandelier from my mother's house, okay? Which I think I got $600 for in some, consignment.
Yeah.
And I had to beg them to take it. So it's important to keep in mind. But again, it's the emotional. And
Yes.
I find people understand visuals better. So like what we would do is come take a photo of the unit, and then we can see where everything lays out. So this can't fit in here, right?
Correct.
Like you can't have a dining room table in the middle of your kitchen. It's not going to work that way. Okay. And we try to use logic. Doesn't always work. And that's where I wish Joelle was here today. Her social work background is just, unbelievable. I'm more concrete and she's more the other half of the brain. So it's a good combination.
Akiko, didn't you have someone say that you become paralyzed by your stuff?
Yes.
Right? One of our
Yes.
residents said, I think people get paralyzed, and I think it's just such a
Well,
relief when you do let go.
You're so right, Dana, because I find a lot of folks, when they're considering a community, that's the stumbling block mentally for them. Yes, it's to a sense losing and making a move to another chapter, if you will.
Correct.
And some may view it as losing some independence, although that doesn't clearly have to be in your community. I mean, wow, right?
Right.
And you're right near shopping in Wellington Bay. So you're right near the mall, you're right near everything. I mean, it's just a perfect situation. But people get paralyzed by the thought of, oh my God, I have so much stuff. Where do I start? So they don't start. They just
they
get,
don't.
Exactly.
they get mentally paralyzed by it.
Yes.
And that's where you really need a neutral third party company
You do.
to
Yes.
come in and just say, all right, here's what we're doing. Here's the game plan, folks. We're the
Yes.
quarterback
Yes.
and we're doing X, Y, and Z, and here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
What else do you both want to share? This is your forum.
Well, I find that residents that move in with the move manager are settled faster than folks who do not use a move manager. The folks that rely on their kids or, friends to help them unpack, they are unpacking for a long time because the move managers come in with the team of, maybe 6, depending on the size, anywhere from like a team of 2 to 6 people, plus the movers, and they are just spending all day unwrapping, unboxing, putting boxes away, just, working as quickly as possible. They're not on their phones, they're not stepping out to go get lunch for 2 hours, and they're not going to go run around and, just let me go get some paper towels and they do a Target run for 2 hours. They're just focused. They go in, they unpack, they take all the trash, and they are done. I mean, they're not 100% done, but they are done faster than folks who do not use a move manager. So we always recommend a move manager. Just because, at 85, you don't want to be unboxing, walking around boxes no, it's not safe. And we don't want residents having boxes around, their apartment, and it's just an unsafe condition for weeks. So, we always recommend a move manager, unpack, put all your stuff away, and you're done and you're settled. And then you can enjoy all the amenities that we have here in our community. So.
And wow, what amenities?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
wow. You're right. Look, the reality is that the moving part is not the hard part, right? I mean, any big person, strong person can put stuff in a box and throw it into the truck, right? I mean, that's not rocket science. It's what stuff goes into the truck and where the other stuff goes that is the science.
Yeah.
And getting it unpacked and put away in an order where the people actually feel like they're in their familiar surrounding.
Yes.
And that burden is off of their head. They don't have to worry about anything. Go to sleep, wake up, have a magnificent breakfast in one of the restaurants, and go about your life, and enjoy it. That's what the whole point is. So how do they reach you if they want to take a tour of Wellington Bay?
They call us at the sales office. Dana does tours.
Yeah, I do tours. Our sales team does tours. So they can either go to our website, wellingtonbayfl.com. They can call us directly. Would you like me to give my number, Brian?
Sure, please.
Yeah, they can call me at 561-646-6359, and we'll set up a tour for them.
Folks, I got to tell you, you're going to say the same thing I said. You're going to walk in there and go, wow, wow, what a place. What a place. Yeah. So I can't thank you both enough. I truly appreciate having you with me today. If you are watching this or listening to it and you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments below. If you need a move manager, obviously I'll do a shameless plug for ourselves, yourdependablepartner.com. And we'll be back again next week, folks.
Thank you.